Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. Got a bit of an experimental setup today. We're in my little boy's room and it's actually sounding really echoey even though there's a ton of furniture in here. So apologies if this comes across badly, but I'm still trying to find filming locations and yeah, it's been quite tricky because we haven't completely got this place sorted. We're still a long way off that. And I'm conscious of the fact that I still want things to look quite nice on camera, even though this is like the world's most boring background. So apologies, it's a work in progress, we're getting there. But today I am going to be talking about best and worst of beauty. Now, I didn't do one for April, and that's probably one of only maybe a couple of months that I've ever missed in the whole time that I've been doing YouTube. So apologies. It has been a bit of a weirdy time though. I haven't been trying a whole lot of new stuff, and the same can be said for May really. There's not been a huge amount of new stuff being tried, just purely because I'm like in major house distraction mode. Honestly, I look around, there's so much to do, there's so much to play with. I don't know, it's just a big distraction basically. So yeah, not a huge amount of stuff has been tried, but I have actually pulled some products together that I do want to talk to you about, and none of them are actually worse. So this is one of those months where we're only talking about good stuff, which is fabulous. Anyway, into what I have been using recently that I've actually been really liking. So the first thing that I have laid my hand on is this comb, which you will have seen me unwrap, unbox, whatever I did in my last highlights video. This is from the company Wet Brush, and I do use one of their wet brushes. Come to think of it, I don't know where that is actually. It's probably sat in a box somewhere. I have a big box full of makeup. I have a big suitcase full of stuff which I still need to sort through, so it's probably in there somewhere. But I read some reviews about this and it sounded like a really good comb, and I was quite up for trying a comb in the hopes that maybe it would be less damaging on my hair or something. This one is supposed to be particularly good because it's got quite wiggly teeth. Is that the right word? I don't know, but that's the word I'm going to use. So the idea is that it doesn't kind of pull your hair too much. Now, I am not about to demo this on my hair in its current state. It's not in the best state as it is anyway. It's gone very fluffy. It needs a wash. I've been experimenting with how to treat my hair on the kind of second and third day. This is third day hair. And yes, we've gone kind of into mega fluff territory, but I think I know what I did wrong, so onwards and upwards. So yeah, I really like this comb, but I'm not about to be brushing my hair with it because no. It's great on out of the shower hair though. I've not used it in the shower because I don't think it would cope actually combing when your hair is really, really, really wet. But where it works unbelievably magically well is afterwards when you kind of sat down detangling. And I've been really pleasantly surprised with how well this has actually dealt with detangling my hair. So I've been using this quite a lot, which is probably why I haven't been missing my wet brush quite so much. But I've really enjoyed using it. It's working really well for the purpose that I want it for, which is detangling after I've had a shower and before I've put styling products in my hair. And it's been working really well, so really happy with that purchase. Next up we have this body butter from the Body Shop, and it's from their Pinita Colada. I don't know why they've spelt it that way. I've certainly never seen it spelt that way before, but it's Pinita Colada. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, and this is delicious. I'm not sure if they even still do this range because I picked this up last year. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely delicious. I'm a big fan of kind of tropically scents anyway, so pineapple and coconut I don't think you can go wrong with, but this is absolutely gorgeous, and I've been using this pretty much on the daily since the weather got warmer, just to try and moisturise my skin and make it look a little less scaly perhaps. And not only does that work really well, I mean most Body Shop body butters work really well, but the smell of this is just divine. I remember having the shower gel of this and I'd really like to pick it up again. So I might have to have a look on their website, see if they still actually do this, because I'm not sure. I hope they do. It's a good time of year for them to be doing it because it's just delicious. To the point that it's actually kind of making my mouth water as well, so I better put that away. But absolutely yummy. If those kind of scents are up your street, then you're going to love this because it's really good. Next up, I have got this from Hardie, and it's the Amazing Face Vitamin C Intense Daily Serum. And I picked this up in a pack, I think it was. I certainly didn't buy it on its own because Hardie stuff is not cheap, but it's lovely, but it's not cheap. But they quite often have offers on the website, and the stuff does last quite a long time. I do have quite the Hardie collection now. There's not many things that I don't have, and when certain things run out, I am going to be upset because it's very unlikely I'll be able to afford to purchase them again, unless I suppose it would be for birthdays or Christmas or something. But like I said, they do quite often have amazing offers on the website that are very hard to resist. They put like bundle packs together with all sorts of things in, and this was one of the things in one of those bundle packs that I picked up. I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with it. When I didn't really know what I was doing with it, I got frustrated with it and it didn't get much use because I have had this for quite a while. However, now that I know what I'm actually doing with this, I really, really like it. I tend to use this just in the evening as part of my skincare routine in the evening. One thing that you need to be aware of, and I don't know whether this is a vitamin C thing generally or whether this is a this kind of vitamin C thing, but if you don't leave long enough between putting this on and whatever you're putting on next, it will ball up all over your face, which is why I hated it when I first tried it, because I wasn't leaving it long enough to sink into the skin. And basically when you mix it with something else, it reacts and it starts pilling or balling up or whatever you want to say. It just leaves these little balls all over your face, and nobody wants that, frankly. So now that I know how to use it properly, I have truly started to see the benefits of actually using it. So I have been using this literally daily recently, particularly since it's gone a bit warmer and the sun's out quite a bit more. I suffer really badly with hyperpigmentation across my forehead. I've got two sort of clumps of it that are in this kind of region, and if I get any kind of sun at all, if I've maybe not put SPF on or something, then they just look really pronounced. And that did happen when we had a really, really hot weekend a couple of weekends ago, and I thought, right, I think it's time to crack this bad boy out, give it another shot, and we'll see if it helps clear the skin. Because one of the many things that vitamin C is really good for is helping clear the skin, in particular blemishes and hyperpigmentation, that kind of thing. So I have noticed an improvement in my skin since I've picked this up. It's still nowhere near where I would like it to be, but that initial sun damage that I had has definitely faded since I've been using this. So it's been absolutely fantastic to use now that I know what I'm doing with it, so that it stops doing that horrible bally thing all over your face. I tend to use it more in the evening as opposed to in the morning, just purely because I don't like to put too much stuff on my face during the day because of the fact that I have oily skin and I don't really have time to wait for this to really sink in before then putting moisturiser on. So that's the main reason why I tend to use it in the evening. I really like the texture of this as well. It's a really lightweight texture, which does feel like it absorbs into the skin really quickly, but like I said, you just need to make sure you've given it that extra bit of time to make sure it truly has sunken in before you then go and try and put anything on top of it. Next, I have got this conditioner from Yes to Coconut, and it is their Dry Hair Ultra Moisture Conditioner, and my hair loves this stuff. Whenever I use it, my hair just feels instantly silky, instantly gorgeous, detangled, nourished. Just every word you can think of that would make your hair feel hydrated and the total opposite to dry is what this does to my hair. I was reading reviews on it and I don't think it works for everyone's hair type. For my hair type, so if you've got hair similar to mine, then it should work for you because my hair just seems to drink it up. I do have quite dry hair. I do colour treat it. It's obviously curly, and curly hair is naturally drier anyway. My hair is quite porous as well, so it does really like to soak up lots of moisture, and my hair absolutely loves this. In terms of the scent, it's not your typical kind of synthetic-y coconut, which is pretty typical in a lot of skincare and hair care stuff when it says it's coconut. It's a much more natural kind of coconut scent, which I don't mind, but I've definitely smelt other coconut scents that I prefer to this. But it's mainly how the product performs that obviously I am most interested in. Just ignore how awful my hair is right now, because like I said, it does definitely need a wash, but my hair absolutely loves this, and I've just ordered the shampoo of it just to see how my hair reacts with the shampoo, because my hair has been recently coloured, so I'm trying to look after this colour for as long as possible. But the main way that I've been using this, because of the fact that I don't have the shampoo yet, is I've just been using this as a co-wash. So just putting it straight into my hair, massaging the roots, let it sit in my hair a little bit whilst I've been washing the rest of my body, and then just rinsing it out. And my hair has actually not minded that at all. I don't think I could do it all the time, like with a proper co-wash, because I think my hair would potentially start to feel a little bit greasy and not quite clean. So I definitely want to wash my hair with a more kind of traditional foaming cleanser at some point in the week. But I have absolutely loved this, and it was a really pleasant surprise because I think I picked this up in a Latest in Beauty box, if I remember rightly. That feels like a seriously long time ago. But yeah, a really nice discovery, because when it comes to hair care and nice discoveries, those things for me just don't come along very often at all. And the last thing I have got to talk about today is a mascara. I know, for those of you who follow me quite closely, you'll know how much I've struggled. I have found quite a few that I've liked, but for me personally, I find that most mascaras smudge on me really badly, or they just don't give me the kind of lash look that I want. And this mascara is not perfect, but I do like it quite a lot. Almost to the point that I would consider picking it up again, and it is this one from Eyeko, and it's the Black Magic Mascara. And I cannot for the life of me remember how this mascara came into my life. I'm kind of thinking it was either a Latest in Beauty box, although I'm not sure about that, or Feel Unique's Pick and Mix service. I don't know. Seems unlikely because that's quite a decent sized sample. This is actually half of the full size. This is 4 ml. I have tried this mascara before in the blue version, and I found that it took a long time to build up anything going on my lashes at all. So I did actually shy away from using this for quite some time because I just assumed that it was going to take quite a long time to build my lashes up. It's not as bad as the other one in terms of it doesn't take quite so long, but in terms of the lash look that it gives me, it's a much more natural lash look, which actually I've not been minding at all. I've been wearing this on a daily basis for a good few weeks now, and I've quite enjoyed the lash look that it's given me, albeit something a little bit more natural than what I would usually wear. It dries down unbelievably quickly, so if you do want to try and build it up, you do have to get in there pretty fast. But in terms of staying power, it does not smudge at all, which for me is a huge plus because pretty much everything else does. I also really like the packaging as well. I think all Eyeko mascaras and brow gels come in this kind of squeezy tube packaging, and the reason why I like that is because of the fact that when you're starting to run out, you can really work the wand into all of the nooks and crannies inside to get out as much product as possible. Another thing you can also do is you can feel how much product you've got. So you can kind of, I've not done this yet, so I'm doing this very cautiously, but you can start to squeeze it up from the bottom, and then when you feel like you've got to the point where, yeah, that's where it is, you can also dip the brush in there. Yeah, I can feel tons of product and get a lot more out of this tube than potentially you would do in any other kind of mascara packaging. So I really love the packaging for those reasons. It's made me want to look at Eyeko again because I know that they do a lot of different mascaras. They've got loads of different choices, so I'm actually quite tempted to look back on the website and just see what else there is and whether there might be something that I would like even more that just gives me a little bit more lash than what I've got at the moment, because it does dry very quickly and you do get to a point where I just don't think you can really build it up any more than what you have done already. And I've actually just noticed on the back when I was looking at the packaging, it does actually say it's a water resistant finish. So that would explain why it doesn't smudge on me. Although to be fair, I've had water resistant mascaras before and some of those have smudged on me, so who knows. But I do tend to have more luck with water resistant mascara than I do with a regular mascara. In terms of removal, it's obviously that little bit more stubborn than some other mascaras, but it does actually remove really quite nicely with something oil-based, like an oil-based cleanser or something, and you don't have to scrub too much. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this and I'm going to see what else they have. And that is perfect timing because I can see the battery light is now flashing at me and it's going to run out. So that is everything in terms of what I've been liking recently. I've really tried to home in on the stuff that I have been reaching for again and again. And there haven't really been any duds this month as far as I can think of, because I want that reliability of knowing what I'm reaching for is working for me. And with each of the things that I've talked about, I have been reaching for them quite happily every single day. In terms of the rest of the stash, which is waiting for me to just go through it and test stuff out, I'm sure as and when I unpack the rest of my stuff and maybe get a little bit more experimental again with trying some new things, there are bound to be some duds along the way, so I will keep you informed with what I like and what I don't like in the coming months. But as for today, that is it. I hope you're all really well, and I will see you again soon. Bye!